Howdy guys, welcome everybody back. In this video here, let's get that inner cab corner welded on there. Let's get that primered and painted back in there. Let's get that outer cab corner cut down, tacked on there, and see what kind of a bear this is going to be. I've mocked that up a couple times, putting that new one on there. That new one don't feel like it's going to fit as good as this one over here. And that'll happen sometimes. It just don't feel like it is bent just like the old one. Now, there's a couple tricks we can do. But I think this one here is going to give us some fun. But anyhow, let's get to it. Let's get that inner cab corner put on there. Got to get it on there. Get it welded up. Got a primer. Got a paint. Got to trim that new outer to size. And see what all we're going to have to do to get that stinking thing on there. Let's do it. Alright everybody, my last video we had this thing set up to get this new cab corner inner welded on to the old one here. Now I cut the new one because all this up in here is good. I only need this piece down here. Now, what we've done here, I've got a level on it too, but right now I'm just using this. Got a normal old framer square, and we can't, our inner right here can't be lower than the lowest part on the truck. So you got to make sure you're at least there. And we're good. Okay, so we're not lower than here. And again, I'm just going off how the old one was. Take some pictures of your truck before you cut your old one off. And then we can't be sticking out this way past this. So this is the limit right here. So again, you just take your straight edge here. And there we go. There ain't no light coming through. So we know that we're up high enough and we're in far enough. We're not too far in, we're not too far out. So when we go to put the new outer on, it'll lay right against this right here like the original. And we'll be able to spot weld around the bottom like we did on the other side. So let me get the camera set up and we'll start getting this thing tacked on there. got that thing welded on there. I went ahead and ground it off. It is looking good. I went ahead and treated that with some of the OSPO there, our rush treatment. So yes, we have got this about ready to primer and paint. See how that OSPO's turned everything black down in there, so it's killed that rust, and it puts a coat of zinc and something else on it. So that metal has been treated. Looks good. Let's go to the back. There's the back side. Got all that took care of over there. So slowly but surely, she's coming around. Now what I just did just now is got nowhere to put my lights. I sanded all down in here where I'm not going to be able to get to whenever we put the outer on. I went ahead and sanded all that and treated that metal so far up I can get to it past this piece right here. So anything here and down, it's hard to reach. So what we're going to do, go ahead and treat that. It's got a coat of that OSPO on it right now. It's been wire brushed down, got all the scaly rust, if there was any, off, and it has been treated with a coat of the OSPO rust stuff. So now what we do is let that dry, and then we'll be able to come out here and start primering all this and get all this out here primered up under there, up so far on the back side, inside of this, down in there, get all that primered, and then we're going to get that painted. And we'll put several coats. I'm talking probably at least 3 coats of primer and probably 3 coats of paint. Put it on with a brush, put it on real thick. Not worried about brush strokes and stuff. The paint pretty much self-levels, but you'll never see this back in here. I just want it protected. So we'll get this back here. It's been replaced, got it treated. About 3 coats of primer, 3 coats of black on it, and then we'll take our outer here, go ahead and get it cut down to the correct size, and then we'll take and scuff this up right here, and we'll probably put 2 or 3 coats of paint on the back of this to protect the inside of it. And then we'll be ready to put that on and finish this up. Right after this job here, we're going to jump over to the inner cab brace. I'm going to film everything on it because I didn't film that side over there. But yeah, we'll film everything on that cab brace right there. That way everybody knows how to do it if they don't know how. But yep, got the inner welded on, got it all ground down as far as I'm going to go. Got it where it needs to be. Got it treated with probably about 2 or 3 coats of rush treatment. And we're going to, probably tomorrow, we'll start 3 coats of rusty metal primer. And then some rust inhibiting paint. And go on to our outer. See you guys when we start primering it. All right, let's get some paint on this thing here. Well, primer. I should say we're starting out with primer first. Alright, got our first coat on there. We'll probably wind up and put probably 2 more good thick coats on it. Now that's a rusty metal primer, so it's got an inhibitor in it too. So just to recap, we got about 3 or 4 coats of the OSPO rust killer and inhibitor put on it. We've got 1 coat of the rust inhibiting primer. We're going to put 2 more. That'll be 3 coats of that inhibiting primer, and then we're going to put about 3 coats of the black. It'll be a satin black or flat, I can't remember, and it's also a rust inhibiting paint, and that'll be the protection that we give this in here after doing all this work and getting most of the bad spots out of it. Let me see, I showed you the paint. I showed it in my first video, but they carry this at Lowe's, Home Depot, pretty much everywhere. That's that. And then the paint we will use, got a small can of it here. That's the deal we're doing on that. About 3 or 4 coats of the OSPO rush treatment here. Three coats of the rust primer, and about 3 coats of the rust paint. If you want to see more information on that, go back to the videos where I first start this side over here. A couple videos before I put the, well, obviously before I put the outer cover on. I go into more detail about why I use those products and why I have never had no trouble out of them. They may be better out there, but for the money and for the quality that I've gotten out of using these products together, this is what I'm going with right here. Now, I'm nobody, so take that as you will. I'm just a guy out here trying to restore a truck that I've never done before. But I have used that system I'm telling you about on several jobs, and it works really well. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll let that paint there dry, put 2 more coats on it. I've already got 1 coat of the OSPO on this going around here up to where the paint is. We'll put 2 more coats of OSPO on that. You can see the difference in the metal. See that line right there? Untreated, treated. It like etches it. But yeah, so we got 2 more coats of OSPO to put on this, and then we'll paint, primer and paint this right here. And then we will go and put the outer cab corner on. But figured I'd turn you on, show you where we're at with this job here. It's going good and smooth, everything's lining up perfect. So yeah, I'll probably cut you back on whenever we start to put the black on it.
Not touchy back.
Yeah, don't touch it, it's wet.
Yeah.
You'll get dirty. Get paint all over you.
Yeah. The other's not touching the talking.
Yeah, gotta do a lot of work to this old truck.
Yeah, this is a big truck.
Yeah, but it's okay. We'll get it fixed up and looking good. And then we'll take it to get some ice cream. Won't that be fun?
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah. Take the old truck, get some ice cream. Feel like we was in a better time, huh?
They go down with this.
Yeah, we'll drive it. I know it looks like it won't ever drive again, but trust me, we'll get it. We'll go back to a time where we didn't have to worry about all this mean stuff going on in the world, you know?
Yeah, I can't touch this.
Yeah.
And sometimes, Dad, they go down off.
Oh yeah, it'll go.
There's a black on you.
Yeah, it's painting it black. Ain't that the color we're painting?
Yeah, there's a black on
Yeah.
Ford truck.
Black.
How did it go? You're gonna start digging on me, Mom. You're gonna sometimes you can say it now.
A sticker?
Yeah. No, Mom.
You get it from Mom?
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool thing.
Yeah. I don't think I'm baby my brother.
Yeah. Okay, I think we need to let it dry.
Yeah. The chick is not gonna help you. Then maybe sometimes
Yeah, I think that's good. Let's just let it dry. Got our first coat of black on there. So what we're going to do now is put 2 more coats of black on it. What you see right there is a little bit of that rust stuff. I put another coat on it after the paint dried and it dripped down, but it won't hurt you paint. Once it dries, you just paint over top of it. It won't hurt it. It won't hurt it at all. But trying to paint, put a coat of black on and then put a coat of rust treatment on this up here. Put a coat of black on, put a coat of rust treatment, and then I'll be able to primer this back in here, and it should all be done. So hopefully I can hurry up and get started on the outer cover. But it's looking good in there. No more rust, brand new panel, and that's what we're looking for. I'll cut you back on whenever we get the last coat of paint on it. All right, guys, we are getting it done finally. So I got my second coat of black on for in here. I'm only painting so far up because I can reach the rest of it. I just want to get down there where that new panel comes in. So getting all that painted up, looking good, and I went ahead and got my measurements here for the new outer panel. So all we need is from here down. I'm gonna cut right on that tape line right through here. I'm gonna make it a little heavy. Make it a little heavy. That way we've got enough to trim it in, but it's looking good. Everything's filled in, painted. Got to put some seam seal back there. It looks like a spot. Well, not just up there. You can see it. But we'll do that from the outside, from in here. But yeah, it's coming along good. Getting that painted up in there. And we'll get this cut and trimmed out here and get it on. Then we'll take and drill some holes down through here to spot weld, and we'll get this thing set up and hopefully get it ready to get it put on. So we got the new one cut out there. I just got it held up with a single clamp for right now, but went ahead and got it cut out, got it bent the way I needed it. Looks like it's gonna fit on there pretty good. Had to do a little bit of persuading and tweaking a little bit. See this piece here, once I clamp it together, it all line back up. Body lines are lining up pretty decent. Yeah, don't look too bad. And I went ahead and put the holes in it too. On my last one, I forgot to drill these. I had to drill them with them on the truck. This time I went ahead and put some in there so we can spot weld it down across the bottom. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. Spitting up good right here. So now all we got to do is just get our little welding clamps out and get it clamped on there. That'll take a minute. So I'll cut you back on when we get them welding clamps on it, and we'll start welding this sucker up there. Show you what the dilemma is here, because we've got some. So I went ahead and got this thing clamped up here. Went ahead and put some tack welds on it. Made sure that our body lines here are lining up. All well and good. This side over here though, I could not, I think his panel is not bent correctly right through here. Or the truck. I don't think it would be the truck, but for whatever reason, this panel right here, I could not get this side here in where I wanted it. Every time I'd get this pushed in, it would push everything over, and knock out my body lines right here. Now this is one of the first times I've had big trouble with a panel not lining up as good as this one ain't wanting to. But what I had to do is, which could have been the right way, wrong way, I don't know, this is what I did. Every time I'd try to get this bent in, I could not get it, the profile right here, I could not get it to line up. It was wanting to pooch out. So the problem is, I think, is right here in this bend. I just don't think the panel is made exactly right. So what I had to do is cut a relief cut down through here. And that allows me to get this in where I need it without moving all this over here. So what we'll do is I'll go ahead and get this welded up on my next video. We'll go ahead and get this welded up through here. And then what I'm pretty sure is going to happen is this piece here, from where this is not bent correctly, will overlap this piece here. And what I'll have to do is snip that little piece here out, and then we're going to take and weld all this down through here up. And I definitely don't want to do that, but that's the way I'm going to do it, because I don't want to go through the hassle trying to order another one and all that, and it'd probably be the same way. Maybe not, but I'm learning as I go, and this is the way I'm going to try it right here. And again, if it don't look good, we'll just cut it off and redo it, but I may have to go down a little more on my cut. But definitely this panel right here is not bent correctly. Something just wasn't right. Now it's all lining up down here across the bottom, but it's warped up. Like, look how far I can move that. That other one over there, it just fell right on. I got it, well, I had to tweak it, but I didn't have to do the amount of work I'm having to do on this one. So with body hammer and all that stuff, I've had to beat and bang this right here in, and all these dents and stuff right here. I can get on the back side, we'll knock a lot of them out, but we're gonna have to fill this in here anyway, so I'm not too bad worried about it. But yeah, this is what I had to do. I had to cut me a relief cut right here to get this thing where I wanted it, because it did not want to push in up here. This up here is one of the most important parts, because your door has to line up. Yeah, if this right here ain't right, then your door gaps will be wrong. So I definitely wanted this here right. But went ahead and got it welded down here, and I just could not get this bend right here to line up. It's like the new cab corner was too big. It just, I could not get it to profile right here. But put that relief cut in it right there. It's done pretty good. It's all flush now, so I'm gonna go ahead and start welding this here up, and we'll address all this right here when the time comes. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Just a little bit more work. Alrighty, guys. I was going to end that video, but I figured we'll end it right here. So we got that thing put on there. I started doing a little bit of body work on this side. Got a long ways to go. But basically, cutting that groove in there, I had to do all the body work on that weld that I cut that relief cut down through there. So got all that done, and then just went ahead and started on filling up the weld seam right through there. And we still got a lot of body work left to do. I just started on it, but yeah, we gotta start right back here and fill all this here in and get all of it lined, or not lined up, but flushed out, get that weld seam gone. But it actually went on good. It's all good and smooth. Like I said, don't pay no attention to this. We still got a lot of body work left to go. I'll have to come through here. Sorry, I was receiving a phone call. I got to start back right here, about right in here, and we'll go this way and get all this smoothed up. So don't pay no attention to none of this up here. There's a ding right here we got to fix. A little ding right there. One right here. There's a couple dings and bings in her. But as far as the cab corner, it's all turning out good. I still got a little bit of pinholes or areas where I started and stopped. I got to fill in. But I'm just making sure that everything's going to turn out good and my welds is going to cover. And they're doing good. Oh yeah. Everything's turning out good. It's all smooth. Now again, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and shoot a coat of primer. Probably put a coat of primer on this because I'm not ready to do all the body work yet. I just wanted to make sure all this here was smoothed up and I was going to be able to cover it up. But it is looking good. Alrighty. So we're getting there. Figured I'd cut you back on. I was going to end the video, but I figured just go ahead and finish that corner up where I had all that trouble. And see what it looks like. But it's coming out good. It's going to turn out really good. Just had to put a thin layer of body filler on there to hide my weld down through here. And a couple dents where I had to beat and bang on it to get it in there. But we got most of them out. And yeah. So when we get ready to start doing all the body work on the truck, I'll come back and we'll tie in right here and go ahead and finish all that. But yep, that's where we are now. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. That was a doozy right there. But we got it. It's looking good. It's on there. Truck's got new cab corners on it finally. Inner and outer. And the job continues. The job continues. This one here turned out just great. It fits so good compared to that other side. That other side over there was a bear. I just think the damn panel was a little out. But we'll get her all body worked in. Last little bit of body work I gotta do is come through and hide up her welds right there. Hide up her welds, and I think it's a little wonky. Well, no, it's all smooth. Yeah. So I'll just have to come back in and tie in about right here. I don't know, I like to go about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, about right through here. We'll get all that smoothed in where you can't see the weld line. And then we'll just, we'll come on up and do all the body work on her. Whatever she needs. But it is on there. And ready for the next step, guys. So I'll cut you off. Probably what we're going to do next is start on that cab brace underneath there. That'd be I think that's the last bit of the rust that I've got to deal with on this truck. There's a couple of pieces on there that we'll have to fix, but we'll get into that on our next video. Well, guys, there you have it. That right there was a job. Something told me from the beginning that new outer cab corner just wasn't right. But that happens. I've been told it happens. It's the first time I've ever run into it. But we got it. Now, was that the right way to do it? I don't know. I could have probably ordered another one. But I don't know. I like to fix stuff. I like to see if I can do it. We got it on there. We had to do some finagling. But we got that thing smoothed up, looking good. You can't even tell that I had to do what I did to it. And that's the goal. We still got to do some body work across the back. Oh, and by the way, one thing I was going to tell you. When you buy your body filler, make sure that you're getting direct to metal body filler. The kind I got is Evercoat Body Shop. You get whatever. Doesn't matter. Well, that's wrong. What do I do with it? Ah, I ain't ready. Hang on just a second, guys. Well, what in tarnation? Sorry, guys, I had to go find it. Little can of what I'm using here. I like the Evercoat. Just make sure what you get is direct to metal. If you're going to do body work before you primer it, this kind here, you can do it direct to metal like what I got. You need to roughen up the surface, 80 grit, 40 to 80 grit. Make sure you roughen up the surface, and you can put this down before you primer, or you can put it over top your primer. Anyhow, I like to get mine worked in, not 100%, but get it worked in to where I go ahead and put some primer on it, make sure that if I'm going to do any more beating and banging or whatever, that everything I'm going to do is going to cover. And I'll get it about 90% finished. I'll go ahead and put me a coat of primer on it, go on and do something else, and when I get the whole truck under primer, we'll come back, and if there's spots that I don't like, or some spots that need to be fine-tuned, then I'll go over top of the primer and finish everything up. That's the way I like to do it. But I'm just going to throw that in there. Make sure you get direct to metal if you're going to do body work before you primer. But we got that thing on there, and it's going to turn out great. I know it will. Like I said, got to do a little bit more body work along that weld, get that weld hidden. So I'll probably go ahead and do that. I'm going to show some body work on this channel, but I'm just trying to get that cap corner here done so I can go ahead and jump on that other rusty part, the inner cap corner, or that cab brace. Got to get that cab brace cut off there. So that's probably going to be the next video. And then it should be about all the rust. And then we're going to get started on getting this thing sanded down and getting it prepped for finished up body work. Or at least get it under a good coat of primer so we can get that bed in here. We're going to use an epoxy primer on it because it's going to be a minute before I can get it done. But we'll see. I'm probably going to go ahead and finish up to a certain point the body work on this cab corner. And then we'll get it under some primer. And like I said, I'll come back to it when we start the rest of the body work. There's a couple dings and pings through 50, 55, 60 years of this truck's life. It's got a couple rock chips, dings, and pings. So we got to fill them in. And what we'll do is we'll come back and it'll be 90% straight. And then if I see something I don't like, we'll go ahead and lay over top of that primer and finish and get it all dialed in where it looks brand new. So, I appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, that was fun right there. I didn't show it, but I promise you we're going to get back into showing everything. Like we did on my other videos, this cab corner here went on just like the passenger side cab corner, minus where I had to cut that relief. And all I did was just cut a relief where I showed you. And that allowed me to push that in. It just needed to come in a little bit. It kept wanting to stick out too far. You can't have that. I didn't want to body fill that. I want that smooth, weld over it, inset, and then we'll fill it and be done. So I had to cut that relief in there, get that pulled back. It didn't lack much. Just get it pulled back, not even an 1/8 inch. It's less than an 1/8 inch. But cut the relief in there, welded that relief up, got that spot where I had to cut the relief, got it filled in. It's looking good. I'd say the filler thickness of that, couple 30/2 of an inch. If it's an 1/8, it'd be pushing it to be just an 1/8 inch thick. It's a couple 30/2. That's where I like to keep it. But anyhow, the next video we're going to get into cutting off that cab brace. We'll show a lot more of that, and I like to appreciate you guys for watching. That Nova yonder was a doozy. I like to do these videos because I don't know 100% what the hell I'm doing. I'm learning as I go, and hopefully you guys, if you don't learn nothing from me, at least you'll get out there and say, well, hell, if he can do it, I know I can do it, because I know you can. Let's save these old vehicles. Let's get them out there and get them back on the road. God knows what's coming our way in the future, and it ain't looking pretty. So something that's easy to work on, that's going to last forever, let's save them, guys. Anyhow, my name's Stacy over at Dirt Ford Garage 79, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.